Today's video is sponsored by Brio. Check out their N5 Mini neck massager and their foot massager, which for 2 days are on sale. For more information, check the links in the description below. Time for a little more game hunting, and today I'm joined by my buddy Mike, but I need to tell you something about Mike. Mike is the guy who helped make this garage exactly what it is. Come with me. Come on. Some real behind the scenes action here at Mort's Garage. Years ago, when we were setting it up, I said, I know you work in air conditioning and all that kind of stuff. How do you get a space like a garage to be relatively air controlled? And he said, what you need is a ductless mini split. And what this thing does is it runs at whatever temperature you set it at. And then when it hits that temperature, what it does is it continues to blow air in, but it doesn't use like the full power of the air conditioning like other stuff does. So it ends up being incredibly energy efficient. A lot of people who, when I told them we were doing this, they said, oh, you know, when my family and I went to Japan or when I studied abroad, these things are everywhere because a lot of the old architecture doesn't have air conditioning units in it. Honestly, this is the most comfortable space in our home. Thanks to Mike, Mort's Garage exists. Without Mike, there would be no Mort's Garage.
Mort. Hey, Mort. 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 Hey, Mort. Go, Mort.
I have a Rocket from the Crypt shirt, but I want yours. And add to that, this is my favorite album of theirs, Scream Jack to the Scream. Mike, I see something.
What do you see?
Already by the second aisle, a vendor is unloading bags and buckets and what are the things called? Bins. Morning.
Morning. How are you?
Good, how are you? All right. This is really exciting to me because later today I've got an event at Retro Guerrilla, and a lot of this stuff would be highly desired amongst people attending the event. How much are games?
Different price.
Like, how much is this one?
20.
20? Okay. I'll take that. So I'm gonna put a whole bundle of stuff together and see if the vendor's willing to work with me on the price. Initially, the vendor wanted close to $20 a game, but they were able to negotiate down with me on a few of the items.
That's the video game. Swingers.
It is, but they're playing it on the Genesis, and it's NHL 93 or 94.
Is it?
Yes, and that is one of the very best games ever made.
Yeah.
But I actually legitimately think this is one of the most fun hockey games I've ever played on N64. We're not even here 5 minutes, and come into this table, and they bring out a stack of N64 and other games. Flying Dragon, Mario 64, Iden Chronicles, Mario Kart 64, and Pokemon Puzzle League. They did 100 for all of that. In addition to RPGs, whether they are the JRPG or other RPG variety, fighting games are a deeply underrepresented and low quality presented genre of video game on the Nintendo 64. The N64 is a great console for your 3D platformers. It's a great console for racers, sports games, and 3D platformers. It has Zelda Ocarina of Time. So they had all of these other games, and I just started throwing out prices. 25 for both of these, 20 for Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and 25 for Hybrid Heaven and Gex 64. One of the most unique fighting games on the N64 is also one of its more uncommon games, and that's Flying Dragon. This is a fighting game from Natsume that is really unique because it's not one fighting game. Oh no, it's two. There's one that's kind of more of a realistic 3D fighter polygonal style, and then there's another one where it's more kind of kiddie and kid-friendly with the way that the character design and the aesthetic of the game is. The problem is that neither one of those fighting games is very good. They're both pretty mediocre. I don't know that you would ever pick this up over, say, a Street Fighter or even like a Mortal Kombat, but as an interesting experiment, it's really cool that they made this on the N64, and it's a game not a lot of people talk about. The last time I saw a stack of N64 games at the swap meet, I don't remember when. I wouldn't go as far to put it in that like hidden gem category, but I also would say that it's not a terrible game either. One that's definitely unique, and if you've got the N64 and if you're looking for a fighting game, Flying Dragon might be one that you want to add. Here's the thing, I'm not done yet. They have a couple of consoles at the table. Bop my foot. So sitting out in the bottom of the GameCube in the Game Boy player, right here, was Golden Sun, and she said $10. Deal. Golden Sun is a really interesting series because it's so well reviewed, and yet it stops, I believe, at the Nintendo DS. It seems like it's a perfect series to eventually bring over to the Switch. I don't know that the fan base is big enough to justify such an undertaking, but it's a curious one and not really a very much talked about Nintendo franchise. Okay, now you got to tell me as we're going, what are you looking for, if anything?
I mean, my daughter's birthday is in like 5 days.
You're definitely at the right place.
And then I like vintage golf clubs, stuff like that. Kind of video gaming stuff.
Okay, well, let's keep our eyes open.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful man and the beautiful hat. Hey, everything today on the mat's $1, he says.
We got a great match, $1 today.
From this amazing score, we end up heading over to Isaac's booth, and he's got a whole bunch of games out today for just $1 each. But also, Isaac has a lot of toys, and he always has amazing prices at his booth. Mike, is that for you or for your daughter?
My daughter. I'll do 50 on the take it. Let's do it.
50 bucks?
Yeah.
This guy does not know anything but deals. I ended up grabbing a couple of Wii games, one of which is Boom Block's Bash Party. This is a very interesting series on the Nintendo Wii. Steven Spielberg, I believe, has a hand in some element of the design of the game, something that helped it come to fruition. And indeed, it's a great game. You use the Wiimote to simulate throwing a ball at these giant blocks, and you're basically trying to take them down and hit specific targets, and it's a very intuitive, well-made game. And for a system with so much shovelware, I wonder if people maybe confused it with all the other shovelware that's there. The other one was MLB Superstars. This game, it says multiplayer mini games. It's from 2K Games. It doesn't look like there's actual baseball in the game. It looks like it's just using an MLB license to have shenanigans occur. I had a fascination with this and wanted to try it, and it's in clean shape. It's $1. It's at $1. How can you say no to a morbid curiosity for $1? I could not. Friends, I come to you with an urgent matter. You see, there's a lot of video games out there that are getting remakes, remasters. They're getting a lot of love, but there's a lot of games that are being left behind. I started a petition on change.org to remaster Superman 64. Now, I know what you're saying. Mort, why would you do such a thing? Well, let's go to the movies. Let's say that we're gonna go see a movie that's thoroughly mediocre, like the first Transformers film. Nothing amazing about it. I almost fell asleep in the theater. We can watch that. Or we can watch something that's totally terrible, like the first Transformers movie. Okay, maybe some of you like the first Transformers movie. Let's say a movie like Plan 9 from Outer Space or The Room, something that is so egregiously bad that it has an entertainment value in just the craziness of how awful it is. Make Superman 64 happen. I don't want you to think that what this is to remake it in a way that makes it good. No. Keep it as good, bad as it is. Give us some HD textures. Give us some 60 frames per second, maybe. Just let it just be an unfinished masterwork of video game design that we can all rally behind, that we can all get excited about. Bring Superman 64 back. Sign my petition. Join the cause. Come. Join the battle. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you.
For those of you looking to collect for a console that aren't sure where to go because the prices are so astronomical no matter where you go, the 360 has a lot of gems. This is one of them. Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2 for just $5 today. I see a stack of what looks like maybe DVDs or PS2 games. Let's go take a look.
I'm thinking DVDs.
Okay, DVDs. But finally, someone has Serving Sarah. When is the last time you saw a 1990s score?
I haven't in a long time. I kind of intend to buy this.
This is not a Half-Life head crab. This is the Brio Scalp Mini Pro, and this little massager packs a big punch. One of the unique features of this massager is the 820 nanometer infrared massager. What does that mean? Your scalp, your skin, your tissue, it's about to get a lot of love. You're gonna get improved circulation, energized tissue, and a decrease in those aches and pains. Pretty cool. In addition, look at these massage heads. They're rotating in different directions, and what it does is it gets multiple contact points. So if you have knots in certain places that you really wanna target, you can just grab this massager, apply it, and it's good to go. And though it's called the Scalp Mini Pro, this isn't just for your head. You can use this massager on your arms, your back, your legs, anywhere you're feeling pain or knots. This would be great to apply some pressure on it and get some relief. And the whole thing is waterproof. These silicone massage heads feel great to the touch. I like to use it right here on the back of my neck and around my ears. It feels really good, and I can apply just as much pressure as I want in order to get the maximum amount of relief. This would be a great gift to have in your tool belt to give a massage to your significant other, as just to add extra. Instead of constantly pushing your hands into their back or to wherever that pressure is, you could add this to your tool belt to really make the massage feel great. Check out the link in the description below and use my code to get 25% off your Brio massager right now. Thank you, Brio, so much for being a wonderful sponsor to the channel. I hope you check out their products. I'm super happy with them, and you will be too. All right, here's the thing. There's a vendor at this swap meet who we've been to before who has a pile of consoles and games that has been sitting out here for a long time. This is the same vendor that we got Nintendo DS development kit from. I bought Splatterhouse, Yakuza, Dead Souls, and a few others from her before. When stuff has been sitting out for a while, I know for me as a vendor, when I go to events, someone can offer me something and I might just be like, you know what? I just want it gone. I don't care if I'm taking a loss. I just want it out of my sight so I can use that capital to buy more things for later. I'm at an event later today selling, and she's got a bunch of stuff that's been sitting there for a while. If it's still there, I'm gonna see if she'd give me some like low prices and see if she can give me a deal on this stuff. I'm gonna see today if she wants to sell me all of her video game stuff. And if she can give me a good deal on this stuff, I'm gonna try and wipe out her entire table. But first we're gonna walk around a little bit. A lot of really sad things in the world of rock stars that I love. Do you know about Rick Fober? It's interesting being at this stage of life because a lot of the musicians and artists who defined my adolescence are of the age where they're starting to pass away, if not have passed away already. Drive Like Jehu, Hot Snakes, the man is gone.
No, it's incredible. I mean, the songwriting that guy has contributed to the world.
His voice, everything. It's hard getting older.
It is.
More and more coming to the realization and acceptance of everything I love doesn't last forever, and yet I look at the current generation of music and I see different corners and pockets of it that are really inspiring and really encouraging. And so if you're writing music, if you're making films, if you're making YouTube stuff, I hope that you don't quit. I hope that you keep going, and I can't wait to listen to and watch your stuff. Our backs hurt.
Our backs hurt, our feet hurt.
Our heroes die.
They do.
But our mustaches remain.
Forever.
This channel would be impossible without my Patreon, and I want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who contributes to and is a part of the Patreon. I hope you'd consider joining it. Would love to have you there. When I'm here, I've always got to stop by Michael's booth, and he's got some interesting stuff today. I did not know that Japan had this exclusive Tales of Xillia PS3 console. This thing is beautiful. Man, that is sweet. But I don't mess with other region stuff unless it's for a property that I absolutely love, and I don't know enough about the Tales games to really go after this one. What if I dropped it real quick? Would that be cool? That is something I would do.
You see? You broke little Samson.
As we're leaving, I always look through his handheld stuff, and there's a game called Freaky Forms on the 3DS. Freaky Forms Deluxe. I have no idea what this game is, what it's about, but I do know that it's a quite uncommon game for the console. You got this at 15. I'm seeing complete selling for like 70 bucks. So you're pretty underpriced on this. What do you want for it?
15?
Sold.
$15 anyway.
What a lovely man. Thank you, Michael. You hook it up every single time we're there. Let's head over now to that big booth and see if that vendor is willing to sell me a lot of her stuff at the prices I would offer for her to sell it for. The first thing I do is I start grabbing different parts of the inventory that really stand out for me that I'm really hoping I can get a good deal on. Can you do 30 on this? I gotta say 20 on this one. 10 on this one? 45? 45. Can you do 10? 5 on this one? I can offer 30 for that one. 90 is like more than I could do on it. Can you do 15 on the back? Let me see that really quick. This is ideal because basically all of the intentions are out in the open. She's got her phone open, I've got my phone open, and it's been sitting out for quite a while and it hasn't sold, so I'm hoping she's gonna be willing to work with me. As we're going through everything, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to reach an agreement on the whole table, but I'm still gonna grab a bunch of stuff anyways. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
We got the 64 console, got the complete PS2. This stack of games, like amazing stuff. The controllers, the Switch controllers, all this stuff for $350 for everything, which was a killer deal. Immediately, the DS and 3DS games stand out to me because these are games that are really desirable. There's also a lot of really great Super Nintendo stuff that I think will really do well at my event later today, so I've got to grab those ones too. I'm definitely excited to add this NES controller to my Switch collection. As much as I enjoy playing them on my Switch, there's something about having that rectangular, uncomfortable controller that just brings you right back to the heart of where it all started. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. Awesome.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so buy out the whole table, maybe not the whole table, but I did end up getting a lot of the stuff there. I knew I wanted a 64 for the event today. I knew the PS2. Every event I go to, they usually sell for about $100. Yes, I paid a lot for it, but this woman has regularly given me deal after deal after deal after deal. So you gotta come up to the top on some of that kind of stuff. With all of the games that are in there, I'm probably most excited about those NES Switch controllers.
Those look really cool.
Those are sweet. I don't have those, and I'm probably gonna hang on to those. Sarah hooked it up, so thank you, Sarah.
We sell gold, we sell everything. We got makeup, Mac makeup. What you got looking for?
Definitely not makeup. As Mike and I are leaving, we stop over at Daniel's booth, and I notice a good buddy of mine, Brian. Brian's got a lot of things that I'm interested in. Chief most is this blue N64 controller. The joystick is tight and it'll pair perfectly with the N64 console that I just bought. And while I'm happy for the games to resell, I'm keeping Aquaman. Mike, I have a fascination with terrible games. This is apparently one of the most terrible, but I haven't played it, and I have to. Aquaman is known as one of the very worst games ever made, and I've had this morbid curiosity with playing the game and seeing just how bad it is. This is one that, I don't know, maybe when we do an extra live stream or something, we'll play Aquaman for a little bit and see how long Josh can tolerate this before he turns at me, curses my name, and leaves forever. I got it now. I'm excited about this one. Quite genuinely so.
I'm into video games.
Just grab this for $50. N64 controller and 10, 10, 10, and 5. Thank you, Brian. No problem. You gonna do it?
Actually. I got, let's see, the Elite 2.0 flip shots. This thing's got 32 barrels.
Wow.
Yeah. And so this is going to be mine. I got a 1990s something or other Gambit. And then, I don't know, some Roblox thing. My wife loves Rogue.
Yeah.
So I figured she can put this in her collection with her Rogues.
Those are what, you paid 40, 50 bucks each probably?
$10 each. It's going to be a good time on the block this week.
Every time I come to this swap meet, I'm like, I'm not going to find anything. I mean, what? There's going to be nothing left. My backpack is weighing me down so much right now. I had to drop all of this off because this is how our morning has been so far. I mean, these 64 games alone, I have not seen 64 in that long. I'm very happy about it. As we're walking through, I noticed this table with a bunch of GameCube games at the back corner. I'm very interested to see what's going on here. Now, all of them are in a plastic sleeve, which indicates this is a collector probably getting rid of a few extras or someone just reselling in general. And his initial prices were a little more than I wanted to do, so I threw out a number to him. Here's what we're looking at. So we've got Mario Party 4, Mario Party 7, that one is complete. Mario Sunshine, no manual. Luigi's Mansion, you said is complete, right? Tony Hawk 3, one I never see on the GameCube. Tony Hawk 4, I'm getting this for 10 regardless. Oh, and was the mic included or not?
Mic is included.
185 and I said 175 is my best. We're going retro Liberty days on this one. We're gonna do the coin toss. You got a coin? Okay, we're gonna do a coin flip. All right, you would do 185. All right, so you want me to pick it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to Good Luck Mustache Man. Mike, head. Should I say heads or tails?
Heads.
Your answer may cost me $5.
Okay, cool.
Okay, you got to film this.
Okay. All right, are we catching it and putting it in our hand?
That's right. Does it land on the table, or do you catch it and flip it? What do you think?
I think landed on the table.
Landed on the table. All right, now hang on. I'll flip.
We'll let Mort do it.
I called it. You flip it.
All right.
This is for $5, everybody. Okay, here we go. Flip it. Heads. I did $5.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna buy these things, and I'm very happy.
I'll give you the whole stand for $300.
Are you related to this guy? No?
No.
He's from 2 booths away.
Oh, all right. Cool. Mike, anything that you want to say before we sign off here?
Oh, it's been fantastic. Come check out the swap meet. It's yeah, I forgot how cool and fun it was, and get your exercise in.
It was great to catch up with an old friend. I'm going to go home, pack up the car with my inventory, add a lot of this stuff to it, and hopefully have a great event over at Retro Guerrilla. To see how that went, check the link in the description below, and I will see you next time here on Mort's Garage. Take care. Our friends in the Midwest always hear swap meet and go, what are you talking about? When we say swap meet, we mean like flea market out here. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, take a walk for your mental health.
Look at that. How are you this morning?
Good, good. Thank you, thank you.